Welcome back. The second season of a popular podcast produced by WRAL alumna Amanda Lamb is now available. In this season of Ageless, Opening Doors with Amanda Lamb, Amanda's tackling topics that a lot of people are talking about. Take a listen to an excerpt from her first episode this season on weight loss drugs that dropped a few days ago.
I'm in my healthy range, but I'm not the thinnest I've ever been. And that is not as important to me anymore. I'm in my range that my doctor and I had discussed. And there's not this like constant striving, at least for myself, to be thinner and thinner and thinner and being that pre-baby weight that I once was in my 20s.
So happy to have Amanda here with us to talk about this amazing podcast. Talk about a talker. You know, season one was all about people and how they're making a difference. But this year you focused more on topics, and this was quite a talker.
Well, you know, I listened to my audience and they said, hey, these are the things we're interested in. I mean, think about it. Everybody's talking about weight loss drugs. Are they safe? How expensive are they? Can I get them? Do I have to be on them long term? So what I'm doing is I'm taking these topics, getting a person who's dealing with whatever the issue is, and then getting an expert to give you advice, to give you real information, to break it down. So kind of putting my journalism cap back on a little bit more.
And speaking of journalism, you launched this podcast like the very next day after you retired from TV. Since then, 53 episodes. When you think about this journey, what have you learned?
You know, what haven't I learned, Ken? When I was at WRAL, I had a team supporting me. I did 3 true crime podcasts, which I co-produced, and then I did a news podcast, but again, co-produced. I'm a one-man band or a one-woman band, so I do it all myself. I find the guests, I write the interviews, I host the show, I edit the show, I do all the social media. So I've watched a lot of YouTube videos because they tell you how to do things. I've learned a lot. It's been great.
That's huge. And for you, it's a situation where you're constantly busy. So now that we're focused on topics, what are some of the topics we could expect this season?
Yeah, a lot of really important things that women are talking about in midlife. For example, menopause, hormone replacement therapy, becoming an empty nester. Maybe the kids return, you're not empty anymore. What's that like? Intimacy, caregiving, friendship. So things that people maybe talk about with their girlfriends, and we're just talking about it on the show.
Yeah, how does this continue to shape your life?
You know, every single day that I do an interview, I meet somebody that gives me insight into something in a new way.
Wow.
So that's what I'm hoping, that my audience will get the same thing, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, where can people find your podcast?
Anywhere you listen to podcasts. So Apple, iHeart, Spotify, and I also do a version on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, go to Amanda Lamb at Stage Mike Communications.
Ageless, Opening Doors with Amanda Lamb. All the best to you.
Thank you, Ken.
Great to see you, my friend.